what you would like to do instead of trading options. So yeah, you'll be live in any time now.
All right, it's working. Got the live stream working. All right, good. So guys, whoever's tuned in, welcome to my live stream, and we're going to be having a lot of fun today. I'm sharing my desktop of the NASDAQ 100 futures, and I'll be here till 3:30 Eastern Standard Time today. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty, guys, welcome. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll be getting started just shortly right now. All right. Excellent. Okay. For you guys just tuning in, welcome. All right, guys, for you guys who are tuning in just now, welcome to my live feed. First time I do this live feed, so I hope the connectivity is as good as I expect on YouTube. There might be other ways to stream the platform, but since I just started to stream, I think YouTube might be the best way to do this, unless you guys know a better way. Once I get more people, maybe I'll do this through GoToMeeting or something. But for now, it's YouTube is just okay to stream this. I'll be explaining today what I do and how I trade, so that you guys can get a better feel for what you're looking at on screen. So I normally take a deep dive in the morning. I fully immerse myself into what I do here. And so going live earlier just isn't good for me because I like to just be completely focused. Right around 12 noon, 12:30, when the market kind of settles, it's easier for me to go live stream and just talk about what happened in the morning, and then do the afternoon. I mean, the afternoon's good, guys. You'll make money in the afternoon too. Generally between, I'd say about 12:30 to 1:30. That's like a really crappy time to be trading. That's normally when the market tends to go sideways and people lose money. So yeah, you're looking at my trades right now. Everything that's happened within all three strategies. Strategy number 1, 2, and 3. This strategy right here is designed to follow more of the shorter cyclic turns in the market right here. So you can tell right here, boom, boom, had a little loser here, and then pow, pow, and then it gave me a short signal there, right? This one here is designed to follow more of a longer cycle period. So you'll see it here, boom, boom. Now it's long, it's been long, just several bars already. And this one here is designed to follow longer term cycles. So depending on how you want to trade the market, you might choose to trade a short-term cycle in the market or a long-term cycle. So let me give you guys a little background before I get started and take a deep dive into this, so you all know who I am and why I'm qualified to trade. Look, guys, there's a lot of people online that y'all can follow and pay to trade or whatever online. But I've been around. My personal story, to give you some color, is I was a professional trader for a large wirehouse on Wall Street, Morgan Stanley, and I managed a huge book of equity securities, trust preferred securities. I developed a lot of very unique strategies during my time there. And thereafter, I was also the head trader for a hedge fund. And I was with them for a number of years and did very, very, very well with the hedge fund. My job there was to construct option strategies. So I started at the options desk and also managed a book of equity securities as well in the trust preferred space. So it was a really fun occupation during the time I was there, and then afterwards I really got involved into the development of algorithmic systems for equity securities, option trades, and a couple of other various other instrument that used derivatives as their underlying security. So that led me to want to continue doing this, but on my own, because I saw how profitable it was doing it for the company So I just decided, hey, you know what? Why not do it for my own account? And so I've been trading my own account for the past 15 years. And, equity securities, options, trust preferreds, and, the core of what has helped me throughout the years is the development of strategies that I know work for a certain type of securities. Now, I only trade the NASDAQ 100. I'm not trading the ES, crude oil, or anything like that. And I feel that being a specialist in what I trade has given me a huge advantage over trying to be jack of all trades, master of none, which a lot of traders are. They'll gravitate from trading equities to options to futures, and they never really get good at mastering what they do. And I remember many years ago, one of my managing directors came up to me and he says, who do you think makes the most money in the medical industry? Doctors or generalists? I mean, specialist or generalist? And I said, yeah, well, specialist, of course. He goes, yeah, well, in this industry, you got to be a specialist as well in whatever it is you're going to do. And that stuck with me. It has stuck with me till now, that you have to be good at what you do with respect to one instrument type, whether that be options, stocks, futures, whatever it is, that you have an interest for. I just happen to have an interest for the NASDAQ 100. It's got the risk profile that I enjoy. It's got the movement that I need. And it's got the leverage that is also a really nice perk to have when trading these type of securities. So I've made it a point to develop all my strategies around the NASDAQ 100. I did develop a bunch of strategies around trading in equity options. So if you guys want to see what the equity options desk looks like, there's a link below in the description box. In the main description of the channel, you can just click on that, go to the options desk, which is run by my wife, and you can see what she's trading and the performance of those strategies across 20 different equity option symbols, which has done very well. So, you guys are welcome to do that. And she starts her stream at 9:30 in the morning, right as soon as the market opens, and she continues it all the way till about 3:30, 3:45. So she's on the other side of the desk now, and she's doing her thing right now while I'm here live streaming my platform. So kind of like a team effort, right? So these strategies that you see here, each one was designed specifically for the NASDAQ 100, and they were designed in a way to capture either the short-term cycles or the long-term cycles in the market. Right here, this one is still short, and it'll continue till it closes. There's a lot of different approaches, guys, to how people trade out in the market. Mine's is just one approach that seems to work very well for me, but there's a ton of others out there that seem to work well for other people. Here with these particular strategies, I basically follow the entries and exits. Right here, the strategy will tell me when to enter and go long, and when to exit as well. So, and the filters below right here help identify, the validity of the signal as well. These are non-correlated to the strategy, so they're completely independent from the strategy itself. So, for example, this DCO filter that I designed right here, this one here happens to tell you. Let me just blow this bad boy up a little bit. This filter tells you right here which direction the market as a whole is gravitating towards now. If I know it's above the zero line, right around 38%, I know that the market is gravitating towards the upside in the market right now. Likewise with this filter too. Now, I know the short trade will end as soon as this filter crosses the zero line plus 1 bar. That's going to be the end of that trade right there. This trade will also probably top off when this filter, the red one, crosses the blue line right there. This is a filter that I recently created. I named it Test Robust because I'm still examining the robustness of the filter. And if you can see right here, for example, with this trade, it took the trade really nice right there and pow, ended right there. See, as soon as it crossed, that was it. The end of the trade was right there. Same thing with this one right there. Boom, it crossed really nice. This one right here also confirmed directional bias that the market was going up. So again, this filter right here that you're watching, guys, is a filter that captures shorter cycles. And in my view, there are only two types of cycles in the market. There are short cycles and longer cycles. Now, the longer cycles people tend to call trends in the market. There's really no such thing as a trend. There's just a longer cycle in the market. So this one here so far this day, I'll show you the performance report right here. Okay. This one right here so far has been, let me put that right there, has been 80% accurate today. That is fantastic. 80% accuracy with the 3.96% profit factor. It's only had a small $1,500 loss, but the net profit's been around $4,600, guys, since the market opened today. Right there. All right. This other one right here is designed a little bit different. This one's designed to track longer term cycles right here. This filter below tracks this strategy right here. And the reason I have that there is, the reason I designed it that way is because I want to know when the strategy is going to exit. For example, once I know that this little tip of the filter crosses the blue line right here, I know that this trade to the upside is completely done. It's over. This filter right here perfectly caught the exit to the upside, perfectly caught the downside, and you can tell the bias in the market is still to the upside right now. Now, one thing that's really important, guys, is this standard deviation spike that I use right there. Let me just see if I can get the little thing here to show you guys. The standard deviations is really important because it's a measure of volatility in the market. And for example, early this morning around 8:45, you had a massive spike, and this is over 7 standard deviations right here. That's enormous in the market. Anytime you get a spike that large, anything over 3 standard deviations, and you can tell where 3 standard deviations is if I put this right there. It's right around right there. You see, most spikes happen to fall below 3 standard deviations in the market. So anytime you get a spike above 3 standard deviations, you know it's going to happen right after, right? Boom. You're going to get hardly anything, and the market's going to reverse exactly the way it did right there. You see that? The strategy perfectly caught it right there. Now, you also had another spike right there. And this spike right here was about a little bit over 2.5 standard deviations. I remember watching this morning because I was in this short, and it actually peaked at a little bit over 3 standard deviations. Now, what happened right after that? Boom. Volatility just completely collapsed right there. It took one more bar, and that was it. The trade was over, and now you're long right there. Okay, that's how I use these spikes. Same thing with this one right here. This was over 4 standard deviations. This was yesterday morning at 9:45 a.m. When you get a spike this large, guys, you know what's going to happen? The end. The end is going to happen, and that's it, you know. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened, and the market reversed course right there. So if you would have stayed in the trade right here, you would have been completely crushed and crying because you would have lost money right there, and that would have hurt. So this is what the standard deviation spikes are used for. They're used to identify moments when volatility is really high, when it's at little levels of extreme specific to the NASDAQ 100, and then when you have a collapse like this, you pretty much know that the trade's over, and it's time for you to exit the trade before you lose your shirt. Okay. I've got another strategy right here, and this one right here happens to catch more longer term cycles in the market with how it moves. This is a filter that just really captures the entry and exits right here. This perfectly captured the the exit right here, and what you're following is the blue line. Boom, right there. And then it just came down, and now it's going up. This one right here is another great filter as well. Let me just get rid of that little box because I find it annoying. All right. This is another filter that also captures very short-term movements in the market. So this one right here came down. Boom, that's the end of the trade. It went up. Pow. It went sideways right there before going up again. You see that? This is a really interesting one as well. And the reason this is very interesting is because this captures the relationship between price and volume. Volume is noted with the yellow bars, and price is noted with the red bars right there. So what happens is, if obviously the red bars are going down, the market's going down, but right here you can tell that the market's already turning. And volume, however, is still low. Even though the price is going up, volume is still low right there, as the market, kind of, trickles up a little bit right there. This filter here is correlated with this strategy right here. So I'll know exactly when the strategy begins and ends right there. And lastly, what I've got for you guys here is this range chart. And this range chart right here really shows me where the market's trading. It's basically trading between this resistance level and this support level right here. This is your market for today, pretty much. And I've got a series of filters right here that are really sophisticated in helping you guys identify exactly where the market is trading. So for you guys who just joined, this is the setup I've got. I'm just explaining right now what's going on with each of these charts right now. So right now at the range chart, we'll get back to some of the other ones in a moment. This filter right here is a great filter because the range chart is generally used to exit trades. I don't use the range chart with any applicable strategies because it doesn't have a time domain. It's just basically how many bars, how many points are in each bar, and there are about 30 on these. But the filters work extremely well to identify exit points, such as this one right here. Boom, right there, pow, right there, and this is going up. It also gives you a very good hint as to which direction the market is heading right now. This one right here is a really, really good filter. Normally when this little white line hits this level, there's a very good probability the market's going to go into a trend, in a trend mode when it hits this level right here. Right now you're definitely in a bull, in an upside swing, most definitely, and it could turn into a trend if it continues going up right here this way. So this is another really good filter as well that caught the exit dead on right there. I mean, as dead on as you can get. This one also caught it right here, just maybe one bar sooner. So I use this, guys, as a method to gauge my exits on the trades. This one right here, just in case you guys are wondering, today has performed at, there's been over $5,000 in profits made just off of this one strategy alone, with a total of 2 trades. Look at that. Number of trades, 2% winners. 100% since this morning. Look at that. Boom, pow. And now it's long. So the long trade on that right now is, long trade is up about $2,400 right here. Look at that. Open position, 2,400. Not bad. So, like I said, each of these strategies right here is going to have their own element as to what they follow. Short cycle, average cycle, and longer term cycle on this one right here. Yeah, that's what I've got. And we're going to be trading this today. So let's have some fun, guys. I'll be back really quick. I'm just going to grab some coffee, so please hang on. So please hang in there. Alrighty, guys, I'm back. I'm back. And let me just drop a quick message here on the Discord group. All right. Alrighty, guys. Alright, so let's see what we have going on here. Yeah, market is definitely entering into a trend phase right now. And this trade is almost just about over, guys. As soon as I get a crossing right here, that trade is going to be over. So one thing I also do, I only trade on the 15-minute candles. I do not trade on lower time frames. I will, however, look at this 5-minute chart that I've got right here, and the only reason I look at this 5-minute chart, guys, is if I'm ready to exit a trade, I want to see where this is at in terms of the oscillation within the candles, you know, because each of those 15-minute candles is 3 of these, so you know I want to make sure I'm in the right oscillation to get out of the trade and that there's no extra money being left on the table, right? So that's important. I'll look at this right here to kind of give me an idea on where I'm at in the candle relative to my exit. So I'll look at this periodically. And of course, I've got another set of filters here that I've designed to help me trade and get out. One thing that's unique about this 5-minute chart, I will tell you, is that I created an indicator called the Chike and Chop, and I added some filters to it and tweaked it in a way that allows me to avoid chop zone within the 5-minute time frame. It only works on the 5-minute candles. So what it does, it colors the candles and it makes them white. So if you can see here, all this white is chop zone right there. Those are areas that will slice and dice you, and you're guaranteed you're going to lose money. So I tend to stay out of areas like this whenever I trade. Here's some more chop zone. That was in chop zone right there. You had chop zone right there as well. So it works really well in determining areas of chop and keeping you out of those areas, more importantly, so that you don't lose money. So here we go. This kind of fired off right here, which tells me that boom, that was it, for this upside. Now it's going to start oscillating a little bit before it actually ends. So I look at this continuously throughout the day as well. Something else that's really cool that I will show you right now is this NASDAQ daily chart that I created. Now this daily chart right here, I've got it set up with a strategy as well, because I want to see what the bias is in the market on the daily for the longer time horizons. I look at the COT report, and you guys aren't familiar with the COT report. That's really important. That's a report that comes out every Thursday that nets out all long and short positions in the NASDAQ 100, and it tells you where institutional capital versus retail is placing their money. So the blue here is institutional capital, and if you can tell, they exited the NASDAQ way back here sometime in November. They started pulling money out, and every week since, they've been pulling more money out, more money out. They put a little bit here, but they pulled it back out right here. The red is actually the retail right here. And if you can tell, the retail has actually just in a very conservative way been putting a little bit of money into the NASDAQ, versus the institutional guys, the smart money, has actually been pulling money out. So when I see that, guys, that's a red flag right there. That tells me that the institutional bias right now for the NASDAQ is not good. They're looking at a major correction in the NASDAQ, and therefore they've pulled their money out. So we'll see what happens Thursday when the report comes out again, and then the next day on Friday I'll see the update right here as well. I got a few different filters right here. This filter that I designed captures short-term movements in the NASDAQ daily. For example, this one caught it perfectly right there. Look at that. Boom, right there. Really nice. And this captures the longer moves in the NASDAQ. You see that? Pow, right there. This strategy goes back, it began July 1st of 2021. So, if I back test this, this strategy right here on the NASDAQ alone has brought in about $92,000 with an 83% win rate, guys, and a profit factor that's just through the roof. I mean, it's got, very low drawdown right there. So that speaks volumes as to the accuracy of the strategy right there. It's been 100% right on the upside, about 66% right on the downside. And if you want to see a performance graph, here you go, right there. It's only taken about 6 trades since July of last year, which is fantastic. So again, I only use this strategy on here for directional bias. If I know that it's long, then chances are the NASDAQ will probably just bounce up. And it's trading within this really tight range right here. You see that right there? Boom, it hit that. Now it's going back up. And I've got a long signal right there. So we'll see where it ends relative to what the smart money thinks it's going to do. I think it's going to continue to go up based off of this indicator right here. Okay. So it sold off, in the last few weeks, but it'll probably run up a little bit more again, and we'll see exactly where it ends up. So I'll look at this as well for directional bias on a weekly basis, just to kind of give me a sense of where the market's going. So again, guys, if you tuned in just now, thank you. I very much appreciate you guys tuning in. This is my first attempt at live streaming my platform, and if I sound redundant, forgive me. There's people that are just now joining that didn't hear the beginning of this whole thing. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, but I did work as a licensed trader for two really large firms on Wall Street many years ago, and before I decided to get into algorithmic trading specifically for well, now I do it specifically for the NASDAQ 100. So what you're looking at here, guys, are three different strategies: 1, 2, and 3. They're both designed. They're all designed a lot differently than each other. This one here, for example, only captures the short-term cycles in the NASDAQ 100. This one here captures the mid cycles in the NASDAQ, and this one here captures the longer cycles in the NASDAQ. So depending on how you want to trade the NASDAQ, you can select one of these three strategies, which is exactly what I do, and trade the NASDAQ 100. So I'm going to be going over performance on these strategies as of now, so you can see exactly how they perform and kind of explain to you how the setup works, so you guys can get a little bit more color. All right, so let's begin with this one right here. All right, guys, since this morning, this one has only had about one loser. And this filter right here is actually correlated to the strategy itself. So I know that as soon as it crosses the 0 line plus 1 bar, it's going to exit the trade. This filter right here and this one are completely uncorrelated to the strategy, which gives me a sense of whether or not the strategy fired in the right direction, right? If I see this indicator right here, this filter going up, it's going to give me an idea that the general bias in the market is long, and I'm not looking to take short positions just like this one fired off. That's a good indication that this was a bad signal right there. This one right here will give you some very good entry and exits as well, such as right there, boom, down right there, and up right there. Likewise with this one. This is another very, very good filter. Pow, got you out right there. Boom, got you out right there. Went a little sideways, then it went up right there. So again, this is designed specifically for shorter term cycles in the market. This one here, though, is designed for longer cycles in the market, and that's the way I designed it. Guys, I'll just put it out there right now. I'm not here to sell you a course or a strategy or anything like that. Okay, I'm broadcasting this for free, for your own edification. If you like it, great. If not, no problem. But this is just the way I trade. I just want to put that out there, all right? This strategy right here, midterm, boom, 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 is correlated with this filter right here. So as soon as this filter goes above this blue line, it goes short. And between this little square right here and this little square right here, it goes long. That's how that works. And this filter right here is non-correlated with the strategy. So caught the exit perfectly right there. Then on the short side, boom, caught the exit right there. Then on the long side, you're right there. You still have a little bit more on the long. This filter right here measures the volatility within the bar, and this is specific only to the NASDAQ 100. What I'm trading now. For example, this morning right here, we had a spike that was over 7 standard deviations. Now, generally, your spikes, if I put this right here, they tend to be less than 3 standard deviations. Now, whenever you get a spike that's over 3 standard deviations, that's a huge red flag. That's like, hey, you know what? I better start looking for my exits because they're coming. And sure enough, boom, what happened with the next spike? That was it. Trade over. Time to get out of the trade. I mean, I could have just used this one indicator alone and gotten out of the trade right there. That would have been it. Same thing here. We had a spike that was over 3 standard deviations. I was watching this morning because I was actually in this trade going down, and I knew that the next spike would pretty much spell the end for this trade, and sure enough, it did. Boom, right there in the very next spike, that was it. Then the trade went up. Same thing with this one right here. This was over, way over 3 standard deviations. You know, started coming down on the downside right there, and boom, next spike, over. Okay, it's not magic, guys. It's just the way I have it set up. And this one right here. Oh, you know what, guys? I'm sorry. I didn't show you performance. Performance on this strategy right here has been about 80% accurate today. 3.96% profit factor with 4,600 in net profit. Okay, $1,500 loss. Not bad. This one right here, let's see, has performed at, this has been 100%, 5,200 net profit, and right now I have an open position of around 2,400 right there. There's your equity curve, if it even matters. Yeah, not bad. And this one right here, around 2,400, one trade, and there's one trade that's currently open right now that hasn't closed yet in it right there. Little bit different setup. I've got a price volume relationship histogram right there that kind of tells me exactly what the relationship between volume and price is. So rather than trying to analyze price and volume separately and trying to make heads or tails of it, which is extremely subjective and prone to error, I've got a filter that is specifically designed to account for price and volume and plot out the results right there for you. So here we go. Right here, you see volume has been low in this little upside that you've had right there while price has been going up. There's different ways to look at this. I can, you know, use it as 2 lines, but I prefer the histogram view on this right there. And then this filter has been really good as well to capture the end right there. Look at that. Boom. Boom. And then that's the end of that trade right there. And last but not least, this one, guys, the range bars. Okay, range bars hit a top right here. That's it. You know, market's going down. Look at that right there. It never got to trend. Remember, we were looking at this white line, guys, and it hit there. It never got to the trend mode right there. Everything kind of did a right turn, and it's going down now on the range chart right there. So I use this for exits only when I trade, and that's what I've got for you guys. Let me see what the 5 minutes doing. Look at that. 5 minute right now is going into chop zone. See that white bar right there? That means chop zone, and that means that this is going down, my friends, right there. All right, so what I'm going to do is wait. I'm going to wait and see when the next trade signal hits, so I can possibly go short the market. So right now we're in that 1 to 2 o'clock hour, and within this time frame, guys, I am very cautious in any trades that I take, because generally within the 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern time hour is normally when the market starts to oscillate and it goes into chop zone. And I just showed you guys the market just started to go into chop zone right there. So when I see this, I normally try to keep out of trades unless I know that I've got a good setup with my signals and my strategies, and then I'll consider it right now. But right now, this just started to go into chop zone right there. Look at that. So let's see what happens. Maybe it'll get out of chop zone soon, because I'm looking at another chart and it looks like it may. So let's see what's happening. Look, I just got the short signal right there. Yep, I just got the short signal on that strategy right there. And remember, guys, this has not closed the short signal since like way early this morning. This has been like short forever right there. So there you go. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. This looks good. You see what I mean right here? This blue line is already crossing the zero line right here, guys. Boom. Right there. This is almost out of chop zone, and I'm looking at it because I've got 5 different monitors I'm looking at, and I'm looking at another screen that gives me a little bit more granular detail than the 5-minute right there, and it's almost out of chop zone. So if it does get out of chop zone, then there's a very good likelihood I am going to take this short, that I will go short on this. And guys, this setup is through TradeStation here. I love TradeStation for charting purposes and easy language, but I do not like TradeStation to trade. I find that NinjaTrader is a lot more effective with better margin requirements and lower latency. And I much rather place my trades on NinjaTrader, and you'll hear it right now if I do place a trade, than I would on TradeStation. But TradeStation has good charting, and like I said, easy language is something I'm familiar with, and that's how these strategies are coded. So let's see how this all shakes out, all right? So hey guys, if you guys are having a fantastic day yourself and have made money today, please post your winners on the Discord group. I'd love to see what you guys are up to and what you guys are doing. Okay, it just came out of chop zone, guys. And okay, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good. All right, I'm gonna take a short on this.
Trade.
All right, there you go. Alrighty. Went right back into chop zone. Right here, look at that. Alrighty. Trades up like $30. Alright. Slow, slow. Yeah, man, this 1 to 2 o'clock hour, it's a bitch to trade sometimes. But after 2 o'clock, between 2 and 3:30, that's when you start getting a lot of movement again. All right, it's going 150. See what the range bar's doing here. Nice, look at that. Very nice. Go below the 0 line. That's exactly what I need. It's only a few bars remaining to this. This is done. This is good. Really good here too. And that's really good as well. So I'm in this trade, guys, on 2 contracts. I'm short. And I took this short because I got this signal right here. This looks fantastic right here. Directional bias going to the downside as well. Price is turning right there. This is coming down. And we'll see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. It's still in chop zone. I just want this to get out of chop zone. out of chop zone. Wow, this is amazing how fabulous this works. Just caught the chop right there. Look at that. Chop, chop. If you don't like chop zone, guys, don't get into this trade. Absolutely not. If you guys just joined, welcome. I appreciate you joining. There's a bunch of stuff that you missed early on, so you'll probably have to rewind and replay just so I don't have to repeat myself and lose my voice. This is my first day of live streaming. I don't know what to expect. I don't even know if I'm going to like it moving forward, but we'll see, guys. If I get a good number of people that attend every day and we all make money, then fantastic, you know. I'll continue doing it every day from 12:30 to 3:30 Eastern time. Okay. And these are strategies, guys, that you're not going to find anywhere else on YouTube. I don't think there's anybody out there that has what I've developed here and how I have this set up. It's not to blow my own horn, but I know what's out there. And what's out there is not very impressive at all. At all. A lot of the stuff that's out there is too subjective. There's too much subjectivity involved with these guys predicting which way the stock's going to move instead of letting the strategy predict it for you. There's a lot of subjectivity in what people view as trading, and I just call bullshit on that. I just do. That's just my view on it. Trading is waiting, guys. You need to be very, very patient. And the reason why most traders don't trade with strategies the way I do is because, one, they're impatient, and two, they don't believe in their strategies. They absolutely just don't believe in the stuff they have on their screen working for them. Look, there it goes. Right there. I'm up like $380 already on 2 contracts. Just got to be patient sometimes, you know. And that's what kills most traders right there, the lack of being patient. They want instant gratification. They want the stock to pop or run. And sometimes you just have to chill out and wait, man. Let this whole thing play out, you know. All right, it's at a chop zone already. So let's look at this. There you go right there, see? Just got out of chop zone and it's about to run. All right, 600. Okay. Remember, guys, this strategy right here has been short forever, since the morning right here. All right, which tells you the bias in the market really isn't to the upside, it's to the downside. Right now, confirmed by this right here. I just want this thing to get away from the point of control. I got another chart that's got this point of control graph, and it's just like right there. I'm like, oh, get away, get away, get away from the point of control. Just run the other way, right? There's hardly any movement in this spike indicator. It's like 0.40 is nothing right now. Very, very, very small. Minuscule move. Here, I'll blow this up for you guys. There you go. Boom. Pow. There you go. What's going on with the this little bar is going up right here. There's no crossing here on this FOSS indicator I've got. In longer term, it's coming down. Went back into the point of control, back into chop zone. Right here. Look at that. I wanted to go down and just like, boom, right there. Got about 10 minutes for the next bar on the 15-minute candle. And I'll see where that goes. I'm up about a couple $100, and I'm gonna blow out of this trade only because, oh, come on, bitch, fill me.
Trade.
Done. Only because I want this to get out of chop zone. I don't like taking trades when I'm in chop zone. Right there, guys, 2 bars. So I've got about 10 more minutes, give or take, for the next candle in the 15-minute chart. I'm gonna wait. Not only because I'm in chop zone right here, but generally when I see something like this and I see this going up, there might be sideways oscillation. And out of an abundance of caution, okay, if there's one thing I am, guys, is I try to be very cautious when I trade. I'm gonna step out, took the trade off right now, made a couple $100 off of it, no big deal. And once it starts moving in the direction I want it to move, with the strategy, I am going to go back into trade again. So I've got less than 10 minutes to go to 145, and I want to see what the new candle does. The new candle brings it down, and I completely get out of chop zone, and I see an improvement in these 2 bad boys, then yes, I'll go ahead and take that. But right now, I think we're going to see oscillation simply because of where these 2 are positioned right here. These 2 are extremely powerful filters that I've got here. And I've designed this whole thing just to keep me out of chop zone. So, and it's done that right here, like chop zone, stay out, right? So I don't want to be in chop zone. I want to make sure that I'm clear of being in anything that's going to oscillate sideways, because then I'll just be in a sideways trade, and that's not going to be good, you know. So let's see how this plays out. I mean, I've got about 7 more minutes, give or take, to 145, and we'll see how it shakes out. You know, one key difference, guys, between what I do with my strategies here versus someone who's trading discretionarily is that you can actually measure the performance of the strategies and get yourself a very good indication of whether or not the strategies actually make money or not. When you're trading discretionarily, you can't do that. You can't go back and backtest your theory or your strategy. You know, all you really have to show for is your P&L, but that might represent luck, and in most cases it does. Unless you can go back and measure your performance to know that your system actually works, that you actually have a system like this, you really don't have anything. I mean, there's nothing to really go back and backtest. You know, you can't backtest a theory unless you have it hard-coded and you can run some tests, right? So that's a real big difference, I think, because that really puts the rubber to the road to test whether or not something actually works. And as I said, there's a lot of guys online right now that embrace these breakout strategies. They trade the first half hour of the day, and they do all sorts of weird stuff. And all of that is subjective, and you can't backtest it to determine whether or not it works. And in most cases, it doesn't work. You know, it's just a bunch of hype. Something like this, you know, I can backtest. I can backtest this for many, many years or for a very short period of time. My process is that I optimize these strategies every night. I optimize these strategies every night. And that's what creates robustness for next day's performance. You know, I don't optimize these going back 2 years. It's just really a couple weeks with data. So I want to get the most current data in the market to represent what's going on. And that's allowed me to build some very robust strategies that have performed, you know, extremely well. And as you guys can see right here with the performance, just today alone, I mean, they've done very good. So that you can back test, that you can quantify, and have an assurance that when you sit at a trade desk, you know, you're looking at something that that has been thoroughly vetted. Not only are these back tested, guys, these are forward tested as well. So these are walk forward optimized as well. And that's completely different than back testing altogether. When you walk forward optimize the strategy, you're basically using out of sample data for your test results, which is really important in determining the overall robustness of your strategies, right? So that's just something to keep in mind. All right, I'm gonna step out just for a minute and I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. Just got a couple more minutes before bar change. Now, I'm at the trade desk all day, guys, and sometimes I do get the munchies. So rather than eating food or anything else, I generally have dates. And I wish you could see the bag. You know, I just have a little bag of dates, and these are really high in fiber, and they tend to kill your appetite and the munchies. So if you're ever hungry at the trade desk, just buy yourself a little bag of dates. They tend to work wonders at killing the munchies. All right. So there's nothing happening right now. It's just sideways oscillation. Look at that. Right there. I was completely right about getting out of that trade and making a couple $100 off of that. So a good friend asked me, he's like, hey man, uh-oh. Here we go, we got a bar change, guys. But we are still in oscillation mode. Look at this. The short just covered right here. Boom, right there. So this strategy, I can go ahead and run the performance report, has made about $3,500. Not a single loser on this right here. 2 trades today. Right there. A friend of mine asked me, he's like, why are you doing this for free? And I told him because there's so much bullshit out there in the marketplace that people really need to see what exactly a real life trading platform with strategies actually looks like, instead of something discretionary with some guy, you know, looking at his crystal ball deciding which way the market's going to go. No, it's not the way to trade, guys. There's a much better way to trade that's more scientific and proven, and hopefully you guys will stick around. I mean, hopefully you guys will like what you're seeing, And over time, as you get more comfortable with the way I trade, you guys will hopefully make money. That's the whole purpose of this, right? So here we are. Yeah, you're getting some nasty chop right now. Ooh, nasty chop. Look at that. I'll put that 5-minute back on for you so you can see. Right there. Nasty old chop right there. Yeah, you're going to get some upward oscillations on this right there. And that's exactly what this does. Captures these short little moves in the market. And I don't want to trade that. I don't want to trade these short-lived 3-4 bar moves right now. I'd rather trade these right here. Pow. Stuff like this. Or this one. Oh yeah. Look at this. That downside is toast. You're having movement to the upside. Right there. But man, guys, you're in such a bad chop zone area right now. I mean, I would not be taking trades right now. How's the options desk doing, Marcy? Good? All right. She's taking a break. She's been on that thing since 9:30 in the morning. Guys, if you haven't seen the options desk and the strategies that were created to trade those options, I mean, you're missing out, and I encourage you to tune in the mornings at 9:30 all the way to 3:30. She's got some powerful strategies right there to trade options. So here we are, guys, in chop zone. We're only like 80 points up today in the market. Look at that. Wow. There's no way I'd take a trade right now. Hell no. Yep. It's right at the point of control. All right. Guys, if you like this live stream and you're enjoying what you're watching, I just ask that you please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This way you'll know when I come live again. I'll be doing this every day from 12:30 to 3:30. So long as I've got a decent group of people that appreciate what I'm doing, I'll continue doing it. And hopefully it just becomes something I do every day. But right now I'm trying to get a feeler for if I really want to continue doing this, like on a daily basis, and just putting myself out there, and if it's even worth it, right? So, but if you guys like it and you guys feel that I'm adding value to what you're doing, you know, trading a NASDAQ 100, then yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, and you'll get notified when I come live again. All right, guys. So yeah, we're definitely in chop zone right now on the NQ based off of this, and there is no way, no how that I am going to take any trade right now. I'm just going to wait another 9 minutes till 2 p.m. and see what that next bar does. But right now we've got sideways trading. Look at that. Look at how nicely this chop zone indicator just caught this right here. Pop, 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 pop. I took the trade, I think it was like right here or something, and I got out like right here, and I'm like, the hell with that. Uh-oh, right there, look, it's breaking out of chop zone. You saw that? Breaking out of chop zone right there, which is a good sign. This is a good sign that this just kind of went this way, so it can cross that way. You got a crossing right there too. That's actually a very good sign. All right, let's see where we're at right here. Okay, good. Normally when this white line is between within this range, guys, it means that the market is cycling. Okay, whenever the white line is outside of the range, it means the market is in trend mode. For example, like right here, see, that was a trend, and each one of these bars is 30 points, guys. So just do the math right there and you'll see. But whenever it's within the range right here, tells you that the market is in cycle mode right there. So you can expect a lot of up and down, these type of trades right here, within the context of the range bar, right? So this trade is about to fizzle out right now. When this blue crosses this red line right there, this filter, it's going to fizzle out. And it's about to fizzle out right here too. You can tell. So let's see, you got about 8 minutes. Got about 8 minutes till, yeah, I'd be very, very cautious on this trade. Very cautious. I think the huff and the puff is over to the upside. That's it. Huff and the puff is over, guys. This doesn't have any strength to go up. If it did, it would have gone up already. And let me see, you've got 6 more minutes left. Five minutes, and we'll see where this goes. We will see where it goes, guys. All right, this is completely out of chop zone right there. All right, guys, it's completely out of chop zone. Here we go, right here, look. It's gonna run back to the point of control. You know, it's really common for this shit to do that. It gets out of chop zone, right there, and it runs back up to the point of control. I would put the graph right here for the point of control, but I find that it's too much stuff to look at, if you get what I mean. It's too much stuff. So I have it on another screen here where I can actually see it, and I can actually see this bar running up to the point of control, kind of like right there. This would be the point of control right there, and then I see the bar, this little green bar right here, kind of running up to it right there. I'm like, oh no, you know, I don't want that to happen. But right now it's setting up to go down. That I will tell you, it is setting up to go down for downside. So downside bias right there. Downside, downside, but this right here is still a no-go right there, guys. Still a no-go right there. You've got very little volume right there. Let me just blow this up. And you can probably see that tiny little red dot right there. That's your price line right there. And volume is extremely low right now on this. That's why it's just oscillating. It's just bouncing up and down. It's not going anywhere, you know? And for that reason, out of an abundance of caution, I'm like not taking that trade. Not just yet. There we go. Sideways trading right there. Look at that. Boom. That is called chop right there. Chop, chop, chop. See that? But there's no upside right here. Look at that. That just went sideways right there. When there's upside, this bad boy will go up like that. But there's nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing. And I suspect that this downward move is going to be very short-lived based off of this right here. Pow. Boom, right there. So from this level, guys, the NASDAQ can either move to 869 or to 904. Those are the two ranges that it has potential to move towards right now. $2 p.m. We just got a bar change right now. Let me take a look. Oh, sorry. Back here. 2 p.m. Yeah, this is going to fizzle out right here. Yeah. Yep. Price already flipped down to the downside right there. And this is going sideways right there. very little volume to push this bad boy down right here. It's just going sideways. Look at that. Ah. Boom, boom, right there. Look at that. Oh, jeez. All right. I think this might move to the downside, guys. I'm taking a trade.
Trade.
Done. That was quick execution. Okay. So I took a 2 contract short on this trade right now. So after this whole thing is over, guys, today, I'll be happy to take any questions on the Discord group. If you guys want to pick my brain, cool. But look, let me just level with you. I have made this system and this process as simple as I can possibly make it. I don't like complex. I don't like a whole bunch of stuff on my screen, lines everywhere, Fibonacci's, and all this other astral projections and stuff that people make up. No, I like simple, guys. That's my style of trading. I've tried to simplify this as best I could with only the filters on each strategy that I feel are relevant to the strategy. Okay, I take a very methodical approach to what I do, and all these strategies, guys, that I have right here have been thoroughly tested for what I'm doing right now. So it's not something that I hatched up, last week in my garage or something. No, I mean this has taken a long, very long time to put together and develop, and over time I've kind of tweaked it and improved it. But simple is my preference. That's the way I like to trade. And I don't like guessing games. I don't like guessing at what I'm trying to do and which way the market's going. Look, guys, remember this trade just maybe at 3:30, right? Sorry, 3:30, 1:30. It said short. Look, the short's making money, right? So it's making money right there. It went sideways a little bit. Now it's gone down. I'm up a little bit on that trade that I just took right now. But I got out. I think it was on this bar, after looking at the 5-minute and determining that, hey, man, this is going to be in chop zone for a little while. And I may as well just step out of the trade while it's in chop zone to kind of let it oscillate and then get back into the trade when I know that it's out of chop zone. And that's exactly what happened. Look, it went into chop zone, it went out of chop zone for like 1 bar, then it went back into chop zone. Very common for it to do that, and now it's going down, right? So I'm cautious in the way I trade, guys, because this is my livelihood, and you know, these are real funds. I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not here for like what they say, the dog and pony show, like most guys are out there who are, you know, broadcasting themselves, pretending to be gurus or something. I'm not holding myself to be a guru by no stretch of the imagination. But I'm, I'm methodical, I'm simple, and, you know, and I like to exercise good diligence and prudence when I'm trading. So, you know, if you ever wonder why I didn't take this trade right here, that's the reason why, because I didn't want to be in chop zone right here and just be up and down, you know, several bars before it actually took off. You know, I like to see some measure of directional movement like I saw right here, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'll take that trade. So here I am right now. I'm up like 230 bucks on that 2 contract short. It's moving slow, super slow. Very, 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 very slow. But I'll just leave it on now. Now that I'm in, now that I know that I'm completely out of chop zone, completely, I will leave that off. I mean, on. Yeah. So I hope you guys appreciate this, really. It may not be your style of trading. You guys may be used to just a different style of trading with people you follow online, but this is a whole new approach, and I hope you appreciate. Very choppy afternoon, I'll say that. Very, 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 very choppy afternoon. Time is at 2:08. So the way you need to look at this right here is this is going to remain short so long as the red line is within the boundaries of the 2 blue lines right there. Okay? So that's how it works. Whenever it goes long, it's normally within this space here and this space right here. Okay, where that angle goes. As soon as the angle goes above this lower line, it goes short right there. And so this is correlated to the strategy. This is how I know when the strategy is about to exit. Okay, right there. So this in turn is the strategy right here, guys, in the form of an indicator. So I can actually see the movement of the strategy and make sure the strategy is actually working the way that it's designed to work. So until this red line crosses this blue line the way it did right here, you see, then at that point in time, it'll fire a buy signal to close the short. That's how it works. And of course, I've got this filter here, this bad boy. That's just following along super nicely. Look at that right there, and right there. So yeah, I'm fairly confident, guys, that I'm up like $330 now on this 2 contract trade. And normally full size for me is about 5 contracts. I'll do 5 contracts on the NQ when when my confidence level is at a certain point. Right now, because we have such low volume in the market and the market is moving really slow right now at 2:10 Eastern time, I'm like, I'm not going to take a 5 contract position. I'll take 1, 2 contracts, right? You learn how to manage your risk. Okay. This trade here is going to fizzle out. This is going to be a scratch, most likely. As soon as this goes down, this is correlated with the strategy. That'll be done. This turned out to be a real sideways trade right here. With this buy. Bad buy right there.
So, as I told you guys, you're not taking every trade, and you have to be a lot of patience because you're not have a signal.
I really need this signal here to go down right here.
So you just have to wait.
This one right here.
Very calm.
This go down. That'd be nice. Got a little bit of volume, but not a lot to try to push this to the downside.
Here, the strategy is open. I'm waiting.
All right.
For this to correct. This already crossed it. That's a good indication. But I still waiting on those two directions here to confirm if I still want to go long on this strategy. Okay, you'll be kind of late because the strategy was here. Even though it went down here a little bit, you could get long right there on this bar and get out right there when this cross it. But you still have another opportunity if you want to go long again. If it is correct, follow along with this.
Alrighty. Very cyclic afternoon, guys. Very, very, very cyclic afternoon. Pow. That was the end of it right there. Right there. Perfect, perfect, perfect exit right there. Yeah, this is going to oscillate a little bit to the upside before it comes down again.
I'm not going long on this because
Okay, one more minute and then we get bar change.
as you see,
Okay guys, we're waiting for bar change in about 30 seconds. Okay, perfect. We just got bar change right now. This thing ran back up to the point of control. Shit does that a lot right here. Look, point of control is kind of like right here, guys. You don't see it because I've got it on a different screen. But rather than going down, boom, it went up to the point of control. And here we go. That was a scratch right there on that one. And that just came down right there. Oh man, that's right there in blue. Right there, look. Alrighty, guys, this is where you need patience. Patience, patience, patience. Pull this up here. This is flat. Right here. Poof. Struggling a little bit to go to the upside. Let me see where my volume is right there. Volume did increase a little bit, but it's still to the downside right there. It's not yet in chop zone, but it's about to go in. Let me look. Yep, just went into chop zone again. Dang it. Went into chop zone again. This little bitch. Shit. Don't you love that? It's going your way, and then it goes kapoof right there. Okay, guys. Yep, chop zone again. I am in the red. For sure, I'm in the red on this trade. But I'm going to wait until the next bar to determine what I'm going to do. For right now, I'm in some pain. So I'm going to look at this and let my thing do what it does. Pull this bad boy up. And you can tell this is a bullshit move to the upside right here. Pow, 2 bars right there. It's over. It's over. It's over. And it'll soon be over here and here. All right, let's see how it shakes out. Got 5 more minutes. And this is right in chop zone again. Okay, 4 more minutes and let's see what happens. How's the options desk over there today?
It's doing good. I have a few signals to go in, but I'm waiting for pretty much for the studies.
For confirmation?
Yeah,
okay.
To align with what I wanted here.
Yeah, I took a short on the NASDAQ and the shit just went right to the point of control again. So I'm upside down.
How much? A little bit?
A little bit.
All right.
But I'm waiting right now for this thing to change bars and see if this is going to continue the same trajectory. Or what it's going to do. Right here. Over. We'll see right now. that's pretty much the end of that little bullshit run right there, man. Boom. Well, I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys are making money. Hope it's all going good for you guys, wherever you're at. All right, one more minute and see where this bad boy goes. Okay, let's see. All right, there we go. We got bar change, and that cut off right there. Okay, right there. Boom. This will take time just to oscillate back down. Wow, that was a good trade right here. Buy, and boom, caught it right there. Look at that. Bam. Let me see how many points that was right there. Uh, 903 to 912. Okay, well, it wasn't a lot. For some reason, I thought it may have been more. But good. Caught the short signal. So I got 1, 2, 3 short signals on this. Oh yeah. Come on. Say that trade's over right there. It's over right there. Man. Yep. I knew it was a bullshit little pop right there, man. Sometimes those are unavoidable, guys. You just have to sit there and go, uh-oh, and not panic. See how much the strategies performed today. 3,700, not bad. Wow. There he goes. Perfectly caught the short. Look at that. Right there. Wow. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. I'm back down to like negative $500. I was upside down like 1,300 bucks just like 2 minutes ago. I was like, oh dang. But again, guys, I trust my strategies. This type of bullshit right here, I see it all the time. I see this type of bullshit all the time, and you could have saw that right here. See right there? That's when it went up. That caught it right here, look. Pow, you see that? As soon as it crossed, boom, went up. Right there. And that was it. Right there. In fact, you can trade off of this 5-minute chart if you wanted to, and you'd make money real easy without the use of the strategies, and just with these filters here, which in and of themselves, you know, are really robust. So yeah, but I don't trade off a 5-minute chart. I only trade off of it when I'm looking to exit my trades. Ah, shoot. It's supposed to be a full-blown chart. Okay. So I'm still down like 400 bucks on this trade. Got another 10 minutes on this bar, and we'll see where it goes. All right, bad boy, let's go. It's back in chop zone again. See that right there? Chop zone, right there. I'm gonna keep the screen up just for a little bit. Hey guys, I'll answer all questions on Discord tonight, and I'll drop the link in the comments below for anyone who wishes to join the Discord group. You're welcome. All right, it's gonna go up just a little bit. I also look at a 1-minute chart. The 1-minute chart is very granular. I don't have it up here on this side just simply because it's just so much shit to look at. I have it on another monitor next door, and that captures all the short-term, very short-term oscillations in the market. Any movements at all, that it's dead on accurate. The way I've got it set up. So whenever I'm looking to exit a trade, yeah, I'll look at this 5 minute, the 1 minute, and I'll kind of refine my exit at that point. So shit, man, this thing just kind of went back the way it did before. A tough little short, man, I'll tell you. We got 5 minutes on this candle. Talking about the 15-minute. This thing's right in chop zone. Now, for those of you guys who aren't familiar with NinjaTrader, not that I'm promoting them or anything like that, I just find them to have very good execution and good margin rates too. Much better than TOS and this other platform right here, TradeStation. TradeStation has some stupid margin requirements, and they got a little bit of latency in their execution. Not as good as NinjaTrader is, I think, far superior in terms of those two items. So I like trading with them. But all my strategies are written in easy language, so I've got to use TradeStation. I mean, TradeStation has good charting and good data, and it's got a lot of good things about it. I just don't like the execution. Wow, this short trade has been a painful one. Just up and down, up and down, up and down. Just dang. Now I'm down $200, 170 now. Now it looks like it wants to go up, down. I mean, not up, down, 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 down. Please. So now, yeah. Okay, according to my 1 minute chart, yeah, this thing's gonna go down. But it is still in chop zone right here. Okay, 43. See what's going to happen in 2 minutes. Appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe so you'll know exactly when I come back again tomorrow. Got a couple minutes before the bar changes on this. Okay, one more minute and we'll see if this thing's really gonna rock and go down. Otherwise, I don't mind taking a small $200 loss. That's what I'm down right now, like 200 bucks. Because I do not want to be in chop zone. That's the one thing I absolutely hate. It's being in chop zone, even though my strategy says go down. Okay, fine. We just got the bar. Okay, this looks like it's gonna continue right here. Continue going down just a little bit more. Dang it, this thing barely went down a little bit. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think this is going to be one of these bouncy trades.
I'll excuse myself for a couple minutes. I'll be right back.
Oh, fuck. It finally went down. Finally went down. Oh, man. All right. It's almost out of the chop zone. Okay. You know what's funny? Sometimes you're in a trade like this, and then you get out, and it goes right in the direction that you want it to. And you're like, oh, crap. It's kind of what I feel is going to happen if I get out. It's going to go right in the direction I had hoped it would. What's going on here? Oh, yeah. Boom. Yeah, this looks like it's aiming to go down. It's all fixing to go down right here. Yep. Alrighty. chop and more chop. This comes down right here, this bad boy right here, and it intersects with this. Hopefully we'll get some downside right there. This is one bear of a trade. Just trying to get this thing to go down has been. The market's just bouncing around right there. Okay. Yeah, this is complete chop right now. Chop zone. Okay. Not really holding up, man. There's really no volume to the upside on this. This thing's, wow. There's no strength to the upside. Okay, guys. Mm-hmm. Really flat trading this afternoon. Super flat. Look at this. Chop all the way through. Absolute chop zone right there. Just crazy, man. All right, guys.
It'll be 3 o'clock in 3 minutes.
Yep, new bar. 3 more minutes. Lot of chop, man. It's nasty, nasty, nasty right now to be trading in NASDAQ. It's just up and down, hovering around the point of control. It's just real nasty. But there's an old adage that says, smooth waters never made a good sailor. And that's the same for trading. You got to be exposed to different market environments and conditions to learn how to weather the storms. Okay. Got 1 more minute for bar change. Be watching this carefully here. Okay, there we go. Wow, volume is so low. Look at that, volume just collapsed right there. Jeez, man. That is the end of that trade there. Uh-oh, going down a little bit. I'm going to look to exit this trade. Still down like 400 bucks, 200. Okay, I'm positive. 180, 200. Still going, still going.
Trade.
Boom, I'm out. Wow, wow. I actually made 120 bucks on that long ass trade. These are the ones you laugh at and you're just like, dude, I'm just so happy I didn't lose money on that trade. So, yep, got me out right there. Look, boom. And wiped out the loss. Made 120 bucks. All right, that's like the worst trade I've had today because I took that one and I took that one right there and I got out like right here because I had to go attend to something and then I came back and it was all the way up here. So, and this was a scratch. Clearly a scratch right there. I'm just thankful that I didn't get chopped up in 1,000 pieces and I could have lost a lot of money on that trade, but thank God I didn't. I just stuck to my rules and what I know is true for me here on my platform, knowing what I do. And I did not exit early when I was getting whipsawed right here because I knew that when I got 3 short signals right here, one's gonna fire off and do well. So yeah, it just oscillated down to the downside. Boom, I saw it on my 1 minute, and hasta la vista. You know, don't trade, chop, man. And this is still, I'm sorry, this is still in chop zone. Look, chop zone right there, guys. Thank God I didn't get chopped up. I don't like trading in chop zones. All right, so got about a half hour more to go. I'm going to check my Discord group real quick and see what's going on my other screen here. Completely out of that trade. Yay. What's going on with that 5 minute? Huh? It got out of chop zone right there. Look at that. Now it's back in chop zone. Ha ha! Yeah, man, I'm telling you, this afternoon has been probably the toughest afternoon I've had in recent memory. This has been a chop fest through and through for a while. Dang, yeah, this was the only area right here where it didn't go into chop fest, and right here, just like, look at that, right there. Now it's getting out of chop zone, right here. Look at that, finally getting out of chop zone, right there. Yeah, that last trade was a tough trade to take. Really tough. And that's really going to be it for this short right here. When that goes up, that already fired long. I'm waiting for this. And this short's almost going to be done because this already crossed. So it's the cross plus 1 bar. That's the way I've got it set up. And then that'll pop. Oh boy. What's that day chart look like again? Wow. It 15,152 and it bounced up. Look at that. Pretty amazing. I caught it perfectly right here. Boom, to the upside. Okay, so let's take a peek. Overall performance on this strategy today has been about $7,000. It's currently down 610 because of this strategy right here. It's the drawdown. This one here, first one, let me expand it here. That's up about 3,600 and with a 455 gain off of that right there. And this one right here, this is up about 3,700. No losses on that strategy there. Boy, guys, I'm really sore today. I went to the gym yesterday for the first time in a while. Worked out, and my arms, my chest, I am sore as can be. So I'd love to hear from you guys. What's the biggest win you guys have had in the last 3 months? Please share it in the comment section here on YouTube or on the Discord channel. I'd love to hear about your wins, your losses, what frustrations you're experiencing in your trading right now. Yeah, and any suggestions on how you guys feel I can improve on the quality of this channel. I don't pretend to know it all, guys. I'm just new to the channel, and I'm just streaming for the first time here, trying to see if I like the process, everything else, you know. So if you guys know of any suggestions on what I can do to improve it, hey, I welcome those suggestions. I got a lot of really cool stuff I plan to share with you guys over the course of the next few weeks. Stuff you're not going to see on any other trading channel, I guarantee. Stuff that can dramatically improve your game while trading. So stick in. It's going to be a fun ride. So I got 3 more minutes for bar change. This strategy is going to end. It'll most likely be a scratch, and then this will probably go long as well. Okay, let's look at that 5 minute. It's not yet in chop zone, but it's headed there right now. Yep, back in chop zone. You can see it trying to change colors right there. You see that? That's because it's crossing the threshold to get in to chop zone again. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, 1 more minute.
Threshold. I like that word.
Threshold, yeah. Yeah, I went into chop zone again. Alright, 15. Let's see what happened. Yep, told you guys right there. That was a scratch. Boom, right there. Okay. All right, I'll be back right now. I'm just gonna get a little bit of water. Okay, I'm back.
E vocês aí do Brasil que querem aprender, sejam bem-vindos ao meu canal. Eu estarei fazendo o live streaming.
This is it, guys. I'm going off in about 10 minutes. I'll be done with the live stream.
Okay? Tudo que eu tô fazendo aqui, as estratégias que
And
eu
I'll be
uso.
posting it online, but you guys are welcome to tune in tomorrow at 12:30 again. I do not trade after 3:30 just simply because volatility increases, and I do not like to trade super volatile markets. So I'll be done in about 10 minutes, but I'll be back again tomorrow at 12:30. After 3:30, the markets tend to get very volatile, and I prefer not to trade them. That's just my preference. Some people like it. I don't.
Você vê aqui algumas estratégias.
Very choppy afternoon as well. Very choppy afternoon.
Aqui, Baba, e você vê a estratégia que eu tenho aqui para ir short, para comprar puts aqui, ó. Essa foi a entrada lá em cima. E você vê essa linha azul, é porque o trade já fechou e esse foi um trade que foi profitable. Ok? Vencedor. Fez dinheiro aqui, ó.
You guys can probably hear my wife in the background. She's speaking to her Portuguese audience. There's actually a huge Brazilian Portuguese audience that don't really know anything about trading, so she's reaching out to them via her native language. And if you haven't seen the options desk, guys, there's a link in the description box below. Go ahead and click on it so you can watch her and the various symbols that she trades. She trades about 20 different symbols, and she's an extremely good options trader. I taught her.
O que desenvolvemos é uma muito boa estratégia que você vê aqui na tela, não? Basicamente,
this afternoon, guys, is really going to be a chop fest.
Quando entro e quando devo sair,
save your time, save your money, don't trade it. I'm just going to sit in the sidelines the rest of the afternoon. There's only 10 more minutes for me to trade anyway. There's nothing I can do. And I'll be back tomorrow. So in 10 more minutes, I'll be done for the day.
Aliás, está indicando o sinal para ir short, para ir comprar puts, que você deve, então, não somente olhar lá na estratégia, que está me dando sinal para fazer isso, mas também eu uso os estudos aqui embaixo para confirmar. Eu sempre gosto de confirmar. Muito precavida, né? Isso faz parte de manejar o risco, né, que você está colocando em cada trade. Especialmente se eu estou fazendo trades em 20 estratégias diferentes, eu quero confirmar tudo que eu posso antes de entrar. Essa aqui, por exemplo, no SSO, eu recebia a estratégia lá de entrada. E deixa eu remover essa janelinha aqui que está entrando na frente. Então, aqui foi a entrada para eu comprar calls on the SSO. Esse estudo estava indo muito bem para cima. Esse também.
So guys, if you guys have never heard someone broadcast or stream trading in Portuguese, my wife is on right now speaking Portuguese, so you can just watch her just on the description, there's a link. Just go ahead and click on it, and that'll take you to the options desk.
Esse daqui já virou pro ladinho, eu sei que vai
She's experimenting to see how many people in Brazil will actually
eu tenho
tune in.
Lá, tudo apontando para cima, do jeito que eu gosto de ver.
I'm actually really interested to see how many people in Brazil are going to tune in and watch her trade. But there's a huge demand for this type of content in Brazil. So if you know how to speak Portuguese, that's a good avenue to explore.
Alguns pontos, depois eu posso mostrar se vocês quiserem saber em detalhes, mas isso não vem ao caso agora. Eu entrei aqui e saí aqui, ó.
Also, if you guys want to follow her, she's on Instagram at shoot, what's her Instagram? I almost forgot. Oh boy, let's see here.
O level aqui, 135 e saí lá.
I think she
146,90.
Let me just check real quick.
Maravilha, muitos pontos aqui. E saí antes da estratégia. Eu poderia ficar com essa estratégia, mas quando eu vejo assim virando ao revés da direção que eu estou, eu prefiro sair. Okay.
Yeah, her Instagram is RealGirl2015. That's RIO Girl 2015, Real Girl 2015. And you can follow her there. And she also has another Instagram that's just for trading. That's Marcia_trades. Marcia_trades. If you guys wish to follow her there, you guys are more than welcome. I'm sure she'll be posting something about her trades there. But if not, hey guys, Discord is just fine. She'll be posting stuff later on today. She's actually going to be sharing her performance reports, all of them, for all 20 strategies. So there's going to be a bunch of stuff put on Discord later this afternoon. Look at this. This little strategy is actually pushing down. Ha, ha, ha. Look at that. And it's out of chop zone right there. Look at that. Pushing down. Amazing.
19 dias que você fica numa estratégia do SSO. E aqui a performance.
But screw that. I don't have an appetite for this trade, guys. I was in that long ass trade for like an hour, I think. Just through all this right here. So I'm happy I got out. Made $100 and something, and that's it on that trade. So I'm not going to follow that short. The correct entry would have been right there anyway. So anyway, guys, I very much appreciate the time you took to watch this stream. Really, I do. You guys are great. I hope there's some value you got out of this. And tomorrow I'll be back on again at 12:30. You guys are welcome to tune in and watch. And and I hope you guys learned some really cool stuff, and I got some really cool stuff I hope to share with you guys in the next couple weeks. Some really good stuff to help you guys up your game when you trade. So yeah.
Yeah, eu sei, gente, que às vezes fazer trades, estar no mercado de valores leva muita paciência e às vezes você se sente olhando uma pintura secar na parede, né? Mas é assim mesmo, tem que ter paciência e tempo e determinação para aprender e especialmente se você tem estratégias assim como essas que desenvolvemos aqui, para você se basear.
You know, even though I've got the AC on,
é muito bom.
it's 88 degrees here in our office. I mean, I got the AC on, I got desk fans going on, it's still 88 degrees. I got 5 monitors going on, and these monitors, I'll tell you, just emit a lot of heat.
Eu vou estar terminando, gente.
It's crazy. It's
Já
crazy how
são
much heat these monitors emit.
3h28.
It's 88 degrees in my office. Unreal.
3h30 eu paro de fazer trades. Eu não entro em nenhum trade, porque é 30 minutos antes do mercado fechar. E eu não
I want to see what's
gosto
going to happen at
de deixar
3:30 right
nada
now.
pendente da. Então, eu prefiro não arriscar 30 minutos para fazer dinheiro.
I think I'm going to get a signal
Sim,
right here
eu
to
tive
close.
o dia inteiro e agarrei o que agarrei, e eu não vou tentar fazer nada extra em 30 minutos.
The crossing plus 1 bar. Pow, right there.
Só aqui já sei que provavelmente, em alguns dias eu tenho que esperar isso daqui.
So just guys, so you know, these strategies do have artificial intelligence built into them, and they do have a very minor machine learning component that I've built into them that I'm still working on further developing. But the artificial intelligence component of these strategies is what gets you these type of trades like this. You know, I've got them tuned a little bit differently, each different to the other, to capture different nuances in the market. This I wanted to capture the shorter cycles. Okay, this I wanted to capture the mid cycles, and this I wanted to capture a different range of cycles. So that's how I've got these tuned, and tonight I'll be tuning these again for use tomorrow. So that's how that works. Alrighty guys, 3:30, and I am done for today. That's it. I'm not taking any more trades. Tomorrow we'll hold better opportunities in the morning, and I hope you guys tune in. You guys are welcome and invited to tune in again tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Time. Until then, guys, happy trading and good night.
And for me, 3:30.